Hey everybody, Ross here, and this is Bible Study Silver Star. If this is your first time on this channel, click the first link down in the description to go back to the intro, or if you'd like to see just what's been going on recently, click the second link down in the description to go back to Numbers 18. Now, without further ado, I'm just going to jump right on in to Numbers 19, verse 1. Now the Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron, saying, This is the ordinance of the law which the Lord has commanded, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, that they bring you a red heifer without blemish, in which there is no defect, and on which a yoke has never come. You shall give it to Eleazar the priest, that he may take it outside the camp, and it shall be slaughtered before him. And Eleazar the priest shall take some of its blood with his finger, and sprinkle some of its blood 7 times directly in front of the tabernacle of meeting. Then the heifer shall be burned in his sight. Its hide, its flesh, its blood, and its offal shall be burned. And the priest shall take cedar wood, and hyssop, and scarlet, and cast them into the midst of the fire, burning the heifer. Then the priest shall wash his clothes, he shall bathe in water, and afterward he shall come into the camp. The priest shall be unclean until evening. And the one who burns it shall wash its clothes in water, bathe in water, and shall be unclean until evening. Then a man who is clean shall gather up the ashes of the heifer, and store them outside the camp in a clean place, and they shall be kept for the congregation of the children of Israel, for the water of purification. It is for purifying of sin, from sin. And the one who gathers the ashes of the heifer shall wash his clothes, and be unclean till evening. It shall be a statute forever to the children of Israel, and to the stranger who dwells among them. He who touches the dead body of anyone shall be unclean 7 days. He shall purify himself with the water on the 3rd day and on the 7th day. Then he will be clean. But if he does not purify himself on the 3rd day and on the 7th day, he will not be clean. Whoever touches the body of anyone who has died, that person shall be cut off from Israel. He shall be unclean, because the water of purification was not sprinkled on him. His uncleanness is still on him. This is the law when a man dies in a tent. All who come into the tent and all who are in the tent shall be unclean 7 days, and every open vessel which has no cover fastened on it is unclean. Whoever in the open field touches one who is slain by a sword, or who has died, or a bone of a man, or a grave, shall be unclean 7 days. And for an unclean person they shall take some of the ashes of the heifer, burnt for purification from sin, and running water shall be put on them in a vessel. A clean person shall take hyssop and dip it in water. Sprinkle it on the tent, on all the vessels, on the persons who were there, and on the one who touched a bone, the slain, the dead, or a grave. The clean person shall sprinkle the unclean on the 3rd day and on the 7th day. And on the 7th day he shall purify himself, wash his clothes, and bathe in water, and at evening he shall be clean. But the man who is unclean and does not purify himself, that person shall be cut off from among the assembly, because he has defiled the sanctuary of the Lord. The water of purification has not been sprinkled on him. He is unclean. It shall be a perpetual statute for them. He who sprinkles the water of purification shall wash his clothes, and he who touches the water of purification shall be unclean until evening. Whatever the clean person Whatever the unclean person touches shall be unclean, and the person who touches it shall be unclean until evening. Alright. For those of you that were falling asleep, this chapter deals with the laws surrounding the purification of people that are unclean because of a dead body. Other than the general reasons I've covered before on why these laws on cleanness and uncleanness are important, what's going on here? If you're wondering, the general reasons I've covered before are disease control, hygiene, and the overall purity of the people. Here, though, I'm seeing two very direct pointers to Christ. Number one, notice what's thrown into the fire with the heifer in verse 6. Cedarwood, hyssop, and scarlet. Without doing any research, I can see how the cedarwood and scarlet point to the cross and the blood of Christ, respectively. I'm not sure what the hyssop points to, but it could refer to the hyssop Jesus would drink on the cross. Again, this is just what I'm seeing here, so I'm not entirely sure how accurate I am. The resources I use for research are also pretty vague on this, so take these symbols as more of speculation and than fact. And two, also notice what happens when someone is not sprinkled with the water of purification. The person who was not cleansed was to be cut off from the assembly of Israel, but the person that was cleansed could return and be part of the assembly. In the same way, those who are not redeemed through the work of Christ on the cross are cut off from God and his assembly for all eternity. But those who are redeemed can return to a right relationship with God now and for the rest of eternity. The redeemed are also welcomed into the assembly of God as his sons and daughters. And that's all I have for today. I realize that was a crazy short commentary, but like I said, there's not really much I could say other than that on this particular chapter without knowing more than I already know. But anyway, thanks again for watching. If you have any comments, feedback, or suggestions, leave them down below in the comments. And may God make you as Ephraim and Manasseh, to be fruitful where you are, and to forget the pain of your past. And the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you all soon with Numbers 20.